I'm here just trying to share an observation, nothing more, of how I observed what's going on in McDonald's with the change since COVID, with the increase of delivery orders, the app orders, takeaway, eating, and these places haven't grown physically. The kitchen hasn't grown physically to accommodate the extra staff they need for the high speed of demand in orders that are coming in. With that comes, human mistakes, right? With the stress level that they're working with. And they're working against like a hamster wheel because the resources aren't there to support the speed of processed deliveries and orders that are coming through. And I saw this group of staff, about 20 in the kitchen, a very crowded space. They could barely move. Surrounding this space, small, everyone shoulder to shoulder, orders coming in, beeping, bleeps and noises, and staff confused in a way because of there's not enough space for the burgers that are coming out being prepared to actually before it even goes in a bag, in a McDonald's bag, to again hand over. So there are mistakes, there are human mistakes, and the stress level is so high. Customers are waiting a long time, complaining. Some are feeling bad to complain. The staff is being called just for issues that are coming up, like a slap on the face. Right, look at this is wrong. Look at this is wrong. It's no way for young generation to experience the first working experience in an environment where their mental well-being isn't being looked at. These McDonald's places are happy with the amount of orders that are coming through, and then putting more staff in the kitchen but not growing the kitchen. But these people are struggling. It's not a place to work. It's not a place to enjoy your first experience. It's not a place to understand how a working environment can be your second home if you enjoy what you love, you know what I mean? And I can see the stress on these young kids' faces, and I'm here to speak for them. I'm not here to complain about the wait, the human mistakes, the customers waiting, the dirtiness because they don't have time to come out and clean. If McDonald's only left some wipes for customers to wipe, I'm sure we would. I bring my own wipes to McDonald's, and I decide I'm not going anymore. And not, the food is another issue for me, but it's not because of the food anymore. It's because of the stress these kids are going through. It was very upsetting to see, very upsetting. And the message here is that McDonald's needs to look deep into this. They are, they're allowing these kids to experience something that isn't right for a working environment. They've been put in a situation where they cannot make it right. The speed of the orders coming through and the resources they have available to keep up with that speed is not there. And they are struggling. And it was very difficult to watch that. Very difficult to watch. And I hope this video gets into every single staff in McDonald's. And I would love you to put down on a comment your experience in your work environment, in your McDonald's. Because it needs to be out there. They need to do something about it. Whether they put a separate kitchen just for deliveries where people don't need to come in for eating or takeaway. So the kitchen's back to only, drive through and eat in. Yeah. The delivery services can be great, but when the resources behind it isn't working and is affecting the mental well-being of these kids, the kids, you know, they're young adults, and they're having not the best experience of their lives at the moment, not the best first working experience. McDonald's is not providing that anymore. And even if they did in the past, I don't know. Never observed that, but I definitely observe this now, and I think it doesn't matter what I think, but I did feel their pain. Okay? And it wasn't nice. They were stressed, they were worried, they were feeling pressured. Even in the management, they're feeling overwhelmed, lost, even to make decisions, because by the time they thought about a solution for something else came up, and they couldn't even use that solution anymore. It was that fast. Yeah. Human mistakes are being made, and the customer is seeing this, because the majority of people that came to complain actually said, you know what, I feel bad complaining because I know how hard they're working and how much they're struggling. And the minor percentage that actually had a go with them, you know, the staff were still very apologetic, and there was nothing more they could do. McDonald's are giving food for free away for every little mistakes they make, and that's not a way to get through the public, and that's not a way to use the staff mistakes to keep people coming in, because they know it's affecting how the public sees McDonald's. But they say, oh, we'll give you food away, free food away for our mistakes. But that's not how these young adults need to experience working environment. That's not the message McDonald's needs to be sending out to them and to the public. No, it's not. So if you work at McDonald's, want to share your experience on the comments, please do so, because this is huge. This is huge.